sake, don't drink so much. Get a stomach ache like you did last night.
Good, George. Take a good big drink.
I don't know. That looks kind of scummy. Yeah, that tastes alright. Gosh darn bus driver. Dropped us off 4 miles, he says. Just a stretch down the road, he says. Well, that's more than 5 miles, I know it. Too darn lazy to drop us off at the ranch.
George.
What do you want?
Where are we going, George?
Get that already, did you? I gotta tell you again, do I?
I forgot. I tried not to forget. Honest to God, I did, George.
Okay, I'll tell you again. I ain't got nothing to do. Might as well just spend all my time telling you things and then you forget them and then you do it again.
Tried and tried, but it didn't do no good. I remember about the rabbits, George.
To heck with the rabbits. That's all you ever remember is them rabbits. You remember us going into Murav and Reddy's and then give us work cards and bus tickets?
Oh, sure, George. I remember that. George, I ain't got mine.
You never had none. I carry both of them. You think I'd let you carry one? What say you got out of your pocket?
Ain't a thing in my pocket.
Yeah, I know it's not in your pocket. It's in your hand. Give it here.
It's only a mouse, George.
What you want with a dead mouse anyways?
I could pet it with my thumb.
Well, you ain't petting no mice while you walking with me. You remember where we going?
Forgot again.
Well, you gonna work on a ranch like we did in North and Weed. Now look, I'm gonna give him some work tickets, but you ain't sure. You got that?
Sure, George. I ain't gonna say nothing.
We're gonna sleep here tonight.
George, why ain't we going on the ranch and get some supper? They got supper on the ranch.
No reason at all. I like it here.
Ain't we gonna have no supper?
Sure we are. If you gather up some sticks, I got some cans of beans in my bundle. There's enough beans here to feed 4 men.
I like beans with ketchup.
We ain't got no ketchup. Whatever you want, we ain't got. And it's what you want. God almighty, if I was alone, I could live so easy. I could get a job and work in no trouble. And at the end of the month, I could take my $50, go downtown, and do whatever I want. Or I could stay out in a cat house all night. I could eat at any place I want, order anything off, and anything every month. What do you got? I got you. I can't keep a job. You lose me every job I get. And you do bad things. I gotta get you out. Just wanted to feel that girl's dress. Just wanted to pet it like it was a mouse. Well, how she was supposed to know that? She hollers if we got to go hide in a ditch. All the time, thinking like that. All the time.
George?
What do you want?
George, if you don't want me, I could go off in the hills and find a cave.
Yeah, what would you eat?
I'd find things, George. I don't need no nice food with ketchup.
I'm being mean, ain't I?
If you don't want me, I can go off in the hills and find a cave. I can go anytime.
No, I want you to stay with me. Your Aunt Claire won't want you running off by yourself, even if she is dead.
Tell me like you done before.
I'll tell you what.
About the rabbits.
You get a kick out of that, don't you? Alright, I'll tell you. Guys like us, they work on ranches. They're the loneliest guys in the world. They got no family. They come to the ranch and work up a stack, and then they go into town and blow their stake. Then they go work on some other ranch, and they got nothing to look forward to.
That's it. Now tell me how it was with us.
Well, with us, like that, we got a future. We got somebody who gives a darn about us. If those other guys go to jail, they can rot off where anybody cares, but not us.
But not us. And why? Because I got you to look after me, and you got me to look after you. And that's why. Go on, George. Tell me how it's going to be.
Someday, we're going to have a little house, a couple of acres, a cow, and pigs, and
live off the fat of the land and have rabbits. Go on, George. Tell me about what we're going to have in the garden and the rabbits, and about the rain in the winter and the stove and how thick the cream is on the milk. Tell about it, George.
well, why don't you tell it? Guess you know it all.
It ain't the same. Go on, George. Tell how I'm going to get to tend the rabbits.
Well, we're going to have a big vegetable patch and a rabbit hutch with chickens. And when it rains in the winter, we'll just build up fire in the stove and listen to the rain on the roof. Nuts. I ain't got no time for no more. Oh. Look, Lenny, you can remember this place, can't you?
Sure, I can remember this. Didn't I remember about no saying a word?
Of course you did. Lenny, look, if you get into trouble like we did before, I want you to come right here and hide in that brush over there.
Hide in the brush.
Hide in the brush and wait till I come for you. Can you remember that?
Sure, I can, George.
But you ain't got no trouble, because if you do, I ain't gonna let you tend the rabbits.
I won't get in no trouble, George. I ain't gonna say a word.
Alright.
George, you asleep?
No, what do you want?
Let's have different colored rabbits, George.
Sure, we will. Red, blue, green rabbits, Lenny. Millions of them. What the hell are you doing listening?
I wasn't listening. I was just standing outside in the shade for a minute scratching my dog. I just got done bunking out the wash houses.
You was poking your big ears into business. I don't like nobody getting in business.
I just come here. I didn't hear nothing you guys are saying. I ain't interested in nothing you was saying. A guy on the ranch didn't never listen, and he didn't ask no questions.
Darn right you don't. Not if he wants to start working long. Come on and get set down for a minute. What's the hell of an old dog?
Yeah, I had him ever since he was a pup. God, he was a good sheep dog when he was younger. How'd you like the boss?
Pretty good. He seemed all right.
He's a nice fella. You gotta take him right. You see my old man? He's just here a minute ago, Curly. Went over to the cook's house, I think. I'll try to catch him. You the new guys the old man's waiting for?
Yeah, we just come in.
Why don't you let the big guy talk?
Suppose he don't want to talk.
Well, by Christ, he's gotta talk and he's spoken to. What the hell are you getting into it for?
We travel together.
Oh, so that's how it is?
Yeah, that's how
And you
it
won't
is.
let the big guy talk.
Can talk if he's got something to say.
We just came in.
Well, you've got to answer if he's spoken to.
Say, what the hell he's got on his shoulder? Well, I didn't do nothing to him.
That's the boss's son. Curly's pretty handy. He's done quite a bit in the ring. He's lightweight, and he's handy.
Let him be handy. You don't have to take after Lenny. Lenny didn't do nothing to him. What's he got against Lenny?
Well, tell you what, Curly's like a lot of little guys. He hates big guys. He's all the time picking scraps with the big guys, kind of like he's mad at them because he ain't a big guy. You seen little guys like that, ain't ya? Always scrappy?
Sure, I seen plenty of tough little guys, but Curly better not make him no mistakes about Lenny. Lenny ain't handy, but Punk is gonna get hurt if he messes around with Lenny.
Well, Curly's pretty handy. Never did seem right to me. Suppose Curly's jumps a big guy and licks him. Everybody says what a game Curly is. And suppose he does the same thing and gets licked. Then everybody says he's a big guy. Ought to pick on someone his own size. And maybe they go on the big guy. Never did seem right to me. Seems like Curly ain't giving nobody a chance.
Well, you better watch out for Lenny. Lenny ain't no fighter, but Lenny's strong and quick, and Lenny don't know no rules.
Don't tell Curly I said none of this. He slapped me. Just don't seem like he just don't give a damn. Won't ever get canned because his old man's the boss.
I don't like lean little guys.
Seems like he's worse lately. He got married a couple weeks ago. His wife lives over at the boss's house. Seems like Curly's cockier than ever since he's got married.
Maybe he's showing off for his wife.
You seen that glove on his left hand?
Yeah, I seen it.
Well, that glove's full of Vaseline.
Vaseline? What for?
Well, I tell you what, Curly says he's keeping that hand soft for his wife.
That's a dirty thing to tell around.
You see Curly's wife?
Purdy?
Yeah, pretty, but...
For what?
Well, she's got the eye.
Yeah, got the eye. Married 2 weeks and got the eye. Maybe that's why Curly's got ants in his pants.
I seem to give Slim the eye. Slim's the jerk-line Skinner. Hell of a nice fella. Slim don't need to wear no high-heeled boots on a grain ranch. I seem to give Slim the eye. Curly never seen it. And I seem to give Carlson the eye.
Looks like we gonna have fun.
You know what I think? Well, I think Curly's married a tart.
He ate the first. That's plenty done that.
I gotta be setting out the wash baskets for the guys. The team will be in before long. You guys gonna buck barley?
Yeah.
Well, we won't tell Carly nothing I said.
Hell no.
Well, you look her over, mister, and you see if she ain't a tart.
What do you do in weed?
You wouldn't tell. Nah, of course you wouldn't.
What do you do in weed?
Well, he's seen this girl in a red dress. Dumb guy like he is. He wants to touch everything he likes. Just wants to feel it. So he reaches out to feel this red dress. And the girl lets out a squawk. And that gets Lenny all mixed up. And he holds on because that's the only thing he can think to do. Well, this girl squawks and squawks. I was just a little bit off. And I heard all the yelling. So I comes running. And by that time, Lenny's so scared all he could think to do is just hold on. I socked him over the head with a fence picket to make him go. He was scared he couldn't let go of that dress. And he's so strong, you know.
So what happens?
Well, that girl rabbits and tells the law she's been raped. The guys in weed start a party out to lynch Lenny. So we sit in an irrigation ditch under water and rest all that day. Got only our heads sticking out from the side of the ditch, and we scrammed out of there.
Didn't hurt the girl none.
Heck no, he just scared her. I'd be scared too if he grabbed me, but he never hurt her. He just wanted to touch that red dress, like he wants to pet them pups all the time.
Yeah, he ain't a mean guy. I can tell a mean guy a mile off.
Of course he ain't. He'd do anything, Hey, Lay, how you like that pup now?
You brought it out just like I wanted.
I told you not to bring that pup in here. Give it to me.
Give it back, George. I didn't mean no harm.
No.
I'll take it back, I swear.
All right.
I have to go get killed. You ain't supposed to little mice. I didn't bounce you hard. Now maybe George ain't gonna let me tend no rabbits if he find out you get killed. This ain't no bad thing. I gotta hide in the brush. I tell George I found it dead. But he'll know. George always knows. He'll say you done it. Don't try to put nothing over on me. And he'll say, now just for that, you ain't get no tend no rabbits. Why do you gotta go get killed? You ain't so little as mice. Now, you ain't got to tend no rabbits.
Woo! Nice shot, Crooks!
You wasn't big enough. They told me you wasn't big enough. I didn't get you get so killed so easy.
What you got there, sonny boy?
George says I ain't have nothing to do with you. Talk to you or nothing.
George giving you orders about everything?
George says I can't talk to you or nothing.
He's scared Curly will get mad. Well, Curly got his arm in a sling, and if Curly gets tough, you can break his other hand. You didn't put nothing over me about it getting caught in no machine.
No, sir, I ain't gonna talk to you or nothing.
Listen, all the guys got a horseshoe tournament going on. It's only 4 o'clock. None of them guys is gonna leave that tournament. Why can't I talk to you? I never get to talk to nobody. I get awful lonely.
I ain't supposed to talk to you or nothing.
What do you got covered up there?
Just my pup. Just my pup.
Why, he's dead.
He was so little. I was from just playing with him, and he made like he was gonna bite me, and I made like I was gonna smack him, and I done it, and then he was dead.
Don't you worry none. He was a mutt. You can get another mutt easy.
I ain't supposed to talk to you or nothing.
What's the matter with me? Ain't I got a right to talk to nobody? What do they think I am anyways? You're a nice guy. I don't know why I can't talk to you. I ain't doing no harm to you.
Well, George says you'll get us up in a mess.
Aw, nuts. What kind of harm am I doing to you? Seems like none of them cares how I gotta live. I tell you, I ain't used to living like this. I could have made something myself. Maybe I will yet. I lived in Salinas, come there when I was a kid. Well, a show come through, and I met one of the actors. He says I could go with the show, but my old lady wouldn't let me. She says because I was only 15. But this guy says I coulda. If I'd went, I wouldn't be living like this, you bet. Another time I met a guy, and he was in pictures. Went out to the Riverside Dance Palace with him. He says he was going to put me in the movies. Says I was a natural. As soon as he get back to Hollywood, he was going to write to me about it. Never got that letter. I always thought my old lady stole it. Well, I wasn't going to stay no place where I couldn't get nowhere and make something of myself, and where they stole your letters. I asked her if she stole it too, and she says no, so I married Curly. Met him out at the Riverside Dance Palace that same night. You listening?
Me? Sure.
Well, I ain't told this to nobody before. Maybe I oughtn't to. I don't like Curly. He ain't a nice fella. I could have been in the movies and had nice clothes, all them nice clothes like they wear, and I could have been in them big hotels and had pictures took of me. When they had them previews, I could have went to them, and it wouldn't cost me a cent because I was in the picture. Because this guy says I was a natural.
Woo! Nice shot, Slim. What a guy.
Somebody's made a ringer.
Maybe if I take the pup and throw it away, George won't get mad and let me tend the rabbits.
Don't you think of nothing but rabbits?
We gon' have a little place. We gonna have a house and a garden and for alfalfa, and that alfalfa for the rabbits. And I take a sack of it, and then I take it to the rabbits.
What makes you so nuts about rabbits?
I like to pet nice things. Chase of a fair, I mean, them long-haired rabbits, and they were nice, and
I think you're nuts.
no, I ain't. George says I ain't. I live to pet nice things with my fingers. Soft things.
Well, who don't? Everybody likes that. I like to feel silk and velvet. Do you like to pet velvet?
You bet, by God. And I had some too. A lady gave it to me, and the lady was my own Aunt Clara. I wish I had that velvet right now. I lost it.
You're nuts, but you're kind of a nice fellow, just like a big baby. But a person can see what you mean. When I'm doing my hair, sometimes I just sit and stroke it because it's so soft. Some people got kind of coarse hair, like curly, but mine is soft and fine. Of course, I brush it a lot. That makes it fine. Here, feel right here. Don't you mess it up.
Oh, that's nice. That's real nice.
Look out now, you'll muss it. You stop it now, you'll muss it up.
Oh, please don't. Oh, please don't. George will be mad. I done a bad thing. I done another bad thing. I shouldn't have done that. George will be mad, and he said, and hide in the brush till he come. That's what he said.
Natural.
Woo! Nice shot, Slim. Oh yeah.
Natural.
Woo! Nice shot, Slim. Oh yeah.
Somebody's made a ringer.
Dude.
Natural.
Woo! Nice shot, Slim. Oh yeah.
Wait, stop. Wow. Don't you think you're nothing but rabbits?
I can't even see through my contacts.
$1 bet. None of them ain't gonna leave till it's over.
Oh yeah.
If George see me talking to you, he'll give me hell. He told me so.
Didn't hurt the girl none, huh?
Heck no. He is. Oh my God. Hey Lenny. How you like that pup now?
It's brown and white, just like I wanted.
Lenny.
I can see him.
Say, what the hell he got on his shoulder? Lenny didn't do anything to him. Oh, you left. Get big, oh! Get big!
We mad. Oh, please don't. Dude.
Say, what the hell he's got on his shoulder? Lenny didn't do nothing.
Where did you see Curly's body?
Maybe that's why Curly's got ants in his pants.
I seen her give some the eye. Some subject.
Maybe that's why Curly's got ants in his pants.
Jesse!
Pants is full of ants.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah. You just come in.
What is it?
Oh my God. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Hardcore, hardcore! Love you, Mr. Reincke.
You just had no rabbits.